Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a tarot collective for today. Today is Wednesday. It is July 8th, 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not, leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. So I don't know who needs to hear this because I've been here I've been hearing this for days and I keep hearing it, and I know it doesn't pertain to me because A, I'm not with anybody, and B, I'm not cheating anybody on anybody, and C, because A, I'm not with anybody, nobody could be cheating on me. So I'm just going to say it because I keep hearing it like every day, on and off all day. And this is, the way you get into a relationship is the way you're going to lose it. And y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. If you get into a relationship via cheating, and lying, that's how you're going to leave a relationship. Cheating and lying. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I've been literally thinking about it for days and I'm like, should I say it? Should I not say it? Yeah, I'm going to say it. And I know it's not for me. I know it's not for me because the only person I'm married to at the moment is God. So we're going to use a Rob Barthelman's Intuitive Almanac deck. You can find that in his Etsy shop, My Intuitive Intention. It looks like this. Very, very nice deck. So yeah, I don't think it's going to pertain to the reading because, like I said, I've been hearing it for days. But it needed to be said. Just a little toxic energy for you for the afternoon. Okay, and don't look at what I'm wearing. Okay, I'm very hot. I went to the marina. I went to Southport Maria and Maria. Maybe if it resonates. I went to Southport Marina in Kenosha, Wisconsin, to walk the shore. I went to Kenosha Public Museum to look at the watercolor exhibit one last time because it is so beautiful and I love it. I took pictures of my favorite pieces this time. Last time I didn't because I thought you couldn't. And this time when I went in, there were a bunch of older ladies taking pictures. So I was like, I'm going to take pictures too. I was going to post or did I post some of them? No, I posted pictures of the waterfront. I'll post some pictures of the artwork too. Maybe you guys would be interested. It's just watercolor pieces. We got 2 on the table. Oh. Oh. I wasn't even paying attention. Talking about watercolor. Beautiful, beautiful pieces of art. Beautiful. I could never. I say I could never do art justice, but really all art is art, so it really doesn't matter. I mean, technically, this is art when you think about it. So, okay. We got 2 on the table, 1 major. Someone was on the precipice of like a meltdown. I don't know, like emotional, mental, I don't know, but someone was on the verge of a meltdown, and I don't know, like they're seeking treatment or they're gonna ask for help because I'm hearing like the light after the dawn, like there's something similar written on the cards, not exactly that, but like I'm yeah, like the light after the dawn. Like somebody waking up, like somebody literally has to have like a breakdown. Okay, a meltdown is what I heard, um, and kind of saw in this card. It's kind of on there. Um, in order for them to realize like they've hit rock bottom, whatever that is for them, right? The light. Is it the light before the dawn? Is it the light before the dawn, or is it light after the dawn? Because I heard light after the dawn, but isn't it supposed to be light before the dawn? Dawn is morning. Dawn is morning. We got 4 on the table, 1 major, no reverse. Someone wasn't investing in themselves. This kind of gives like when you're codependent and you're just constantly jumping from person to person to person, whether you're talking sexual, whether you're talking friend, family, whatever. Like you're jumping from person to person to person because you can't be by yourself for 5 seconds, you know? Like just be by yourself. Just take a day to be by yourself. Sit at home, exercise, eat good, watch some movies, listen to some music, read a book, chill by yourself and see how it goes. Like there's some people out there that literally cannot do that. Like they literally need to be around people, like constantly around people and chatter, chatter, chatter. Never in my life have I ever been like that. Ever. I'm a Gemini. I'm very outgoing. I'm very friendly. You want to talk to me? I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you all damn day. Like, you want to talk? I will talk. Whatever the case. And I could talk about anything. Very well rounded individual. And I love to learn. So if somebody can teach me something, all the better. Because I do not know everything. Here's the thing, I'm a Virgo rising. So when I tell you guys, and you guys know because I've said it a million times, I am perfectly fine on my own. I always have been. I mean, I didn't get into my first relationship until I was 31. 31. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 30. Very, very capable of being on my own and not needing somebody's energy to prop me up. I don't jump from man to man to woman, whatever the case. I don't have to have a friend around me 24/7. I am perfectly fine on my own. And there are some people that just do not know what that is. Like literally. Whether they're jumping from person to person to person, or they just need to have friends, family, neighbors around them all the fucking time, I don't know. But there are some people that literally, and to me, it just gives, yes, it's codependency, but to me, it gives energy vampire. Like you don't have enough energy to sustain yourself, so you need to take from others, so you need to constantly be around others. Hold on, I'm going to let Homer in. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. And yes, I'm wearing just a bra. Don't judge me. It is hot. Hi, baby. I didn't think I was going to get up, and I didn't think you were going to see that. But I'm wearing just a bra. It's a fancy bra. And I put on my pearls so I could be like Madonna-esque. Like the 80s. But I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I feel nasty. I have 2 more miles to walk. I have to spend at least 20 minutes in the boxing studio in the garage. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I still got to do some coursework for my class tonight before I go to bed. I got to get up early in the morning. Oh, by the way, if you watch affirmations, I didn't do affirmations yesterday morning because I didn't have time. I had to run to the store to get litter. To do litter today for Homer. Come over here. You want it in here. Come over here. To do trash today for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be fine. Tomorrow I'll get up. I'll still get up early, but I will do a reading because I don't have to do anything in the morning other than get up and get ready for work. So if you follow the affirmations, just letting you know, there will be affirmations tomorrow morning. Baby, you want it in here. Somebody is waking up to the realization, like, like they weren't investing in themselves. And this doesn't even really necessarily mean codependent, but I was feeling it. It's somebody that doesn't take care of themselves. Maybe they don't eat right, they don't sleep right, they don't exercise, maybe they drink, maybe they do drugs, too much sex, I don't know, too much TV, I don't know. I have no idea. But it's giving like no self-care, like maybe get your nails done or get your hair cut or shave your beard, or you know what I mean? Like it's like somebody realized they weren't investing in themselves. They weren't working on hobbies, they weren't learning, they weren't healing, you know what I mean? Like somebody just realized all their energy was put into everything else or everyone else and nothing into them. And it was causing them to have like this meltdown. Last shuffle. And I think the meltdown stems from the fact that you realize like how much time you've wasted. You know, you realize like, damn, like I spent the last 5 years of my life, taking care of my family, helping my friends, and nobody takes care of me and nobody helps me. And I don't even do that for myself. And then that's when the anxiety kicks in. And it's like, what have I done? Like I am a shell of a human being. Yeah, I felt like that. I felt like that in 2022. That's why in 2023, man, I hit that healing cycle hard. Hard. Of course he has to get in the litter box. It's fresh and new. We got 6 on the table. Just one major, no reverse. Bottom of the deck. 2 of spring. If you guys don't remember, the intuitive almanac is seasons instead of like cups and swords and stuff. So you got spring, summer, fall. Well, they call it autumn and winter. Rob Barthelman calls it autumn. And the artwork on these cards is absolutely impeccable, as all his decks are. They really are. And he doesn't even pay me to say that. Someone thought it was going to be difficult to make this transition into like a healing period of their life, and they realized it's actually really fucking easy. And it is. It really is. When you realize that you need to get on a healing journey, and when you realize that it's literally for you, at that point, everything you do is for you. That is easy peasy. Because you should be able to give to yourself like nothing. Like you realize that it's for you, it's your own potential, it's your own growth, your own purpose, your own fate, your own destiny. Man, that shit is easy. It's just like when you realize people aren't for you and you cut them off. That shit gets easier and easier and easier. Protecting your peace gets easier and easier and easier. Hold on, Homer wants out. What? Well, thanks. Thanks for using the box and giving me a pets and then leaving. What a little turd. He's a tease too. Bottom of the deck. Page of spring. It's this path, this new path that this person is taking. It's making them realize like anything is possible. Like if I want to become a musician, I can become a musician. If I want to go back to school, I can go back to school. If I want to become an electrician, I can become an electrician. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm just saying, like somebody's realizing like whatever I want to do, the world is my oyster. That's a phrase, right? Isn't that like a phrase? The world is my oyster. I don't like oysters. The kittens are out and about in the backyard today. They're very cute. And Bubbles keeps watching them. The other cats ignore them. It's hilarious. They see them, but they're like, it's a cat. We got the tower. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of blocking. All his cards have oracle on them, which I actually enjoy. Very, very nice. Very nice deck. I love it. It's one of my favorite decks. You guys know I'm obsessed with intuitive Kev right now. I'm sorry, I just am. We got Queen of Summer. I told you that was 5 of Winter, right? That was 5 of Winter. This is Queen of Summer. We've got 6 of Spring. Two of Winter. This means something. Hold on. And we got 5 of Summer. A lot of summer, winter energy. And there's spring, but there's no autumn. You know what that makes me think? That makes me think something's going to happen in autumn. I don't know. I don't know why. Like, it's the only season not out here. There's 2 winter, there's 2 summer, there's 1 spring. This is bottom of the deck. 5 of Summer. Feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to get on this journey. Somebody's going to receive clarity for themselves. Somebody's going to start to take care of themselves. Somebody's going to realize that the world is their oyster, right? And somebody's going to share this with another person. And I feel like somebody is, I just heard powerhouse. I don't know if somebody is a powerhouse to this person or they're going to be a powerhouse together, right? Like as a duo. I just heard dynamic. I just heard dynamite. Dynamite. What is that from? What is that from? It's from like a movie, right? Like, isn't it like a commercial, but it's from a movie? Dynamite. I don't know what that is. Because when you start to heal and you start to balance yourself out emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, all that jazz, you're not necessarily gonna draw in the balance people. Let's just be honest. You're gonna have to fight to look for those people. We all have to fight to look for each other. Let's just be brutally honest. However, you're gonna notice. That's the thing. When somebody else is healing, when somebody else is balanced, you're gonna notice that. There's gonna be a draw there. There's gonna be a connection there. Like somebody's gonna like get with their person. I just heard after the storm. It's always a fucking storm. Why is it always a storm? What is it? The calm before the storm, and then what? The dawn after the storm? I don't know. After the storm? The light after the storm? Sunrise after the storm? Isn't there a phrase for that? That's the thing, powerhouse. Whoever this person is that they get with after they start their healing journey, it doesn't mean that they have to be healed, right? Because you're never going to be healed. No one is ever going to be healed. Everybody's healing. So whatever the case, this person's going to get on their healing journey and then they're going to get with somebody that is basically on the same level of them, like right? Not necessarily, but somewhere near. It's going to be a very good connection for them. There's going to be a lot of challenges, but good challenges, like 2 people together can face that. This is kind of giving family vibes. Like a couple creating their own family. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to have kids, they could have pets. It could just be the 2 of them, right? Still a family. But it's like 2 people are going to challenge each other, and it's really just going to bring out the best in each of them. Like this is giving like soulmates. This is giving like divine counterparts. This is giving like divinely guided, divine connection, you know. I don't know if somebody likes really sweet stuff. There's like a candy concoction called Divinity. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's usually white and it's like it's not chocolate. It's just like sugar and bullshit. Like sometimes it has nuts in it or I always see it in the catalog for Swiss Colony. If anybody ever heard of Swiss Colony, it's pretty popular out here in the Midwest. I usually order for Christmas and sometimes Easter. They have the best chocolate toffee, really good chocolate toffee, like nice and soft. I used to work for Fannie Mae Candies. Fannie Mae Candies chocolate toffee sucks. It sucks. The only reason why it's good is because it's the Fannie Mae chocolate. The toffee part is horrible. It's like hard and nasty, and it doesn't even taste like butter. Chocolate toffee, butter toffee, whatever it is from Swiss Colony is. Now, if you want primo, primo chocolate toffee, there's a place. I think it's Highland Park or Winnetka or Wilmette. I can't remember. Um, oh God, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like a family run chocolate business, kind of small time, but they have a website and it's actually like an English toffee. It's like chocolate toffee and then they put nuts on it, you know? So it's like English toffee, kind of English chocolate toffee. Oh God, what is it called? I can't remember. When I worked at Fannie Mae Candies, one of the older ladies there put me onto it and I ordered some for Christmas one year. Very expensive. It was like $40 for a pound, but so freaking good. So freaking good. Coralie. Coralie. Coralie, it's in the northern Illinois, northern suburbs of Chicago. I want to say Highland Park, Illinois, but I could be wrong. Coralie chocolates. Anywho, Divinity, the candy Divinity. I don't know. Somebody might like sweet stuff. Could just be technically a reference to like whatever this divine situation is. Because make no mistake, anytime a person decides to heal, decides like there's something off and that they need to take better care of themselves and they need to invest more time in themselves. Anytime anybody does that, that is divinely guided. That is God literally tapping you on the shoulder, slapping you in the face, and being like, bitch, you need to get it together. Like you need to fucking get it together because what you got going on here is not going to work for us. And when he says us, he means him, he means the angels, he means your ancestors, he means your dearly departed loved ones, he means your higher self. It is not going to work for us, honey. Like you need to get your shit together. And it happens at different ages for everybody too. I don't think we really talk about that. Like some people get this when they're kids. Some people get this when they're teenagers. Like, God telling them like get your crap together. Like if you live like this another 5 years, you're going to be gone by the age of 20. Some people get it in their 20s, their 40s, their 60s. Everybody's different, you know? Everybody gets that little nudge when they get it. I mean, I got mine when I was 42. And it's not that I, was a horribly, toxic person. I wouldn't say I was an angel by any means. But did I do like horrible things? Not really. But I did things that weren't good for me. It was funny. I was thinking about this in the car on the way back from the lake, and it kind of pertains. I was thinking about like how I was on the verge of alcoholism, and I really was. Like I was drinking all the time, and before my divorce, even after my divorce, and I just came to the realization like I have a fucking problem with alcohol. Like I like I need to take a break, and I need to take a break for a while. And I mean I did for a little over a year I took a break. I think technically, right? No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was more like 10 months, 9 months, something like that. Yeah, that's right. Because I had a drink like at Thanksgiving when I went out with my friend for Black Friday weekend, and I had a drink at the backyard steak pit, and then I didn't drink again until I went to the quinceanera last year. Um, I had a margarita a couple of weeks ago when I went with the ex-husband to House on the Rock. We went to this great little Mexican place, and I had this fantastic margarita. Whew, that was a good margarita. But you know what's funny is like now I don't I don't get that urge to drink. And can I be honest? Can I just be honest? It's because I don't have any pressures. I don't have a husband to take care of. I'm not responsible for another human being. The cats aren't really the same, right? I mean, they're don't get me wrong, I love them. They're my babies. But they're pretty easy to take care of, you know? Relatively easy. Could be technically expensive, right? Now that they're getting older, but they're still easy to take care of, you know? I don't have to worry about anybody but me. So there is really no pressure on me for anything. You know, I work enough to pay my bills, to do little extra things. You know, I'm working overtime to save for vacation next year for my trip to Italy. Like, I don't have any pressures on me. I don't need to drink. You know, I don't feel that urge to drink like I need a lifeline, you know? I am my lifeline. And that's a part of healing too. When you get on that healing journey, like you realize, like, I don't need this shit. What do I need drugs for? What is that going to do for me other than put me in an altered state and sometimes make me vulnerable to monsters? Let's just be honest. It doesn't do me any good. Same thing with alcohol. But yeah, I was thinking about it earlier today about, when I started my healing journey at the beginning of 2023 and the whole of 2022, going through the separation, the divorce, being sexually assaulted by my ex best friend twice, almost three times, realizing I was on the verge of alcoholism, realizing like I wasn't investing in myself. I hadn't been for a very long time. Very long time. And if ever, minimal, right? Minimal. Because I'm one of those people, like, I would rather take care of someone else. And it took me healing in 2023 to realize, fuck that. Not that I don't still like to, to give to people, and I don't care. I care, I care for my enemies, which is sad. But I don't give the way I used to give. Like, I learned my lesson, especially this past year. Like, I really learned my lesson. And I don't feel any remorse. I don't feel any regret about anything that happened. It's all live and learn. It's all a lesson. Um, but yeah, there was so much going on in my life at one time. Like, that was probably when I felt like I was having my meltdown, my tower moment. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And for me, it was God's light, honestly. Not that he hadn't always been there, he was. I just never really told anybody that he was there for me. He saved my life in 2022. As far as I'm concerned, I owe him everything I have and always will. I'm going to leave it there for you. However you guys want to take it, if it resonates. It's actually beautiful, so I hope it resonates. And if not for you, a loved one, a friend, a neighbor. A neighbor. Yeah. I'm only laughing because I did a post for Instagram, and I used the "Won't You Be My Neighbor" song from Mr. Rogers. Anyway, take how it resonates. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. I hope everybody has a lovely Wednesday, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.